Hello. This is Stephen Hawking. I have taken the time out of my very busy day of calculating the universe to introduce this very special episode of Wave of Absurdity. Hide the children, hide yourself. This podcast may induce brain damage. With that being said, let's get ready to enter a black hole of absurdity.
Wow.
Hello, Phil, and hello, listeners, and welcome to a very science-heavy episode of Wave of Absurdity.
Science!
What is it all about, Phil?
Well, when a man loves a woman, they create their own little universe inside her vagina. Welcome back, Owen. I say welcome back because it's been almost as long as our little Christmas break, I guess.
I've been ready to go at a moment's notice, but, you're like my father, you know.
Oh.
You left when I was young, but
Oh,
then
yeah,
you
that's
promised me, I'll come and visit you this weekend, poor Owen. I'll come and visit you this weekend. And then mother comes up, sorry, Dad. You can't make it anymore. He did say next Thursday, though. Next Thursday.
I never gave you my 100% seal of approval until just recently.
Is that how you let your children down, Phil? Huh? Is that how you do it?
Wait,
You son of a bitch.
I was at our friend's house, and they have a child around my child's age, and they were playing with the dollhouse, and the adults were all talking, and I look over because I hear my son do, and he's walking the little dolls up the second story of the dollhouse and pushing them out the second story window.
That's
I don't want to die, Owen. Oh, Lord.
This is Daddy.
There were like 5 Smurfs, 2 little dolls at the foot of the window. He was killing them for a while before I noticed. Is it bad that I just want to call it a house? And not
Is
a
there an
dollhouse?
echo?
Yeah, it sounds rather cavernous where you are.
Yes, I apologize about that. I'll fix that in the next episode.
So that was a very good impersonation of Hawkins that you did, that I hope your copy isn't as full of static, or maybe that was just, I don't know.
I don't know what you're on about. That was actually the man, Stephen Hawking. So, as I said at the intro here, this is a very science-heavy podcast, so get ready to learn a few things.
Do you know what is also science heavy?
Women.
They're top heavy, some of them. Science heavy. They're a mystery. Science has yet to explain women. And the way they smell. I just put my hand on the ant that I thought I killed. Just trying to get away. I had asked some people to send in stories about St. Patrick's Day, like if they got wasted, and one person sent in a story. That's cool. I'm not sorry, I wasn't saying that by way of complaint, like, and only one person did, but it's a good story from Jack M. If I may. Hello, Owen and Phil. This is my St. Patrick's Day drinking story. Before I get started, I always like that. Before I get started with the story, you need to know that I had 2 goldfish, which I owned for 3 years, called Magikarp, and don't know if I'm going to get this right, Gyarados. Gyarados?
Is it Gyarados?
I don't know. Gyar, G-Y-A-R.
I'm the linguistic of the group, but I can't even get a Pokemon's name right.
All right, so see, what the hell? It's fish names. How the hell am I supposed to know what the hell they are? Suck it. Anyway, he loved them very much. He cleaned their water, fed them. Maybe I'll switch back to the first person that he's talking in. I also took them with me on my holidays. That's freaky. Okay, now back to the St. Patrick Day story. I was 16 and my parents were out of town for the weekend, so my brother and sister threw a St. Patrick's Day party. Because I despise people with a passion, I was upstairs in my room playing RuneScape until my brother and his friends came up with something called Mad Dog 2020. Good stuff, otherwise known as, God damn, that's nasty wine. It made me drink a bottle all to myself. You know, if you spell Mad Dog backwards, it's goddamn. Little knowledge, a little science here, as Owen said on Wave of Absurdity. Anyway, it made me drink a bottle all to myself. For those of you who don't know, Mad Dog 2020 is, it's like a fortified wine. It's very sweet, pretty high alcohol content, generally associated with transients and meth addicts. Back to the story.
Phil.
Then me, being in my drunken state, try weed that my brother gave me, which I was later told was pencil sharpening. Oh, this is some good number 2 shit. What is that, graphite?
How long have you been waiting to use that line?
Since I read the story. I tried it out on
Just imagine
Friends.
you just having breakfast with the family.
I called-
You're just eating cereal at the bowl, then you slam, I've got it! And you just run off to the to
Quick,
the office
somebody
and write
give
it
me
down.
a piece of paper. I must scribe this joke.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, no, I called up all my old drug dealers. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't need that. Just let me ask you a question. Is this funny? Anyway, back to Jack.
What's the chemical compounds of weed? Science.
Yes.
Wave of absurdity.
Look it up. That was the last thing I remember from that evening, but it wasn't what even made the St. Patrick's Day special. It was what I found. I was sick most of the morning, so I went downstairs to get myself some milk. Now, I had one of them all-in-one fridge freezers, where the freezer is on top and can be seen when you open the door. When I opened the door to get the milk, what I found was Magikarp, frozen dead in the freezer. Oh, Christ. That's a shame. After letting out a scream in horror, then I looked for Gyarados.
Screaming horror.
Ah!
Magikarp, no!
Like, I just picture, like, a finely chiseled brick of ice that's transparent, and the fish is, like, frozen in a state of surprise.
Oh, it's got one of those shitty signs that say "Help me."
After letting out a scream in horror, then I looked for Gyarados after an hour.
Gyarados.
Whatever. With fish number 2 after an hour with no luck. If he were talking about dead people, I'd be showing a little more respect. That's all.
It's a dead fish! Or is it? Dun dun dun.
After an hour with no luck, I went back to my bed. The night beforehand, I went to sleep above my covers. So when I pulled it back, to my horror, I found a bloody, smushed fish number 2 covered in my bed sheets. Oh, Mad Dog 2020.
Smushed.
See, that's why you don't get cross-faded on that Mad Dog and number 2 special, man. My mom got me 2 other goldfish to replace them, but it wasn't the same, and they both died 2 weeks later. Ever since that St. Patrick's Day, I haven't been able to eat fish sticks again.
Well, I can relate with you, Jack, because when I was younger, I have a fish tank now, but I too had a fish tank, and there was lots of little fishies in there. And I got into a sort of a... I was having one of my moments. I was having one of my rage fits as a child. And, well...
Like they're different. Sorry. Go ahead.
I say I accidentally hit the fish tank. I purposely did it. But what I didn't mean to happen was for the fish tank to fall. So... It was like slow motion, man. I went from really pissed off to really sorry and scared within like a second. You know how like war vets and people in
Are you gonna
planes.
compare post-traumatic stress disorder to you knocking over your fish tank accidentally?
It's pretty much the same. When they like
Science.
when time slows down and 2 dog fights are happening. You're in a jet. And you see bullets coming
Right,
towards
yes,
you.
I get the concept. I will
that's pretty
ask
much-
your good buddy Stephen Hawkins about the universe expanding and time slowing down. What happened?
What's the trajectory of a speeding bullet? Wow. So it's smushed on the floor. So, of course, me being a child, I cried instantly and was like, Mommy! And we managed to save all the fish. Or so I thought.
Uh-oh.
So a couple of weeks go by.
Lots of fish sticks. for some reason.
And my asshole father actually came for me. And, my dad's house, it really wasn't that interesting, so I'd always, bring a console with me. So I decided to bring my PlayStation 2. The joyous PlayStation 2. So we get over to his house, and...
Uh-oh.
And I don't know how this even fucking happened. And we're unboxing the PlayStation 2.
Sorry. I think I know what's going to come next.
And stuck to the manual of the PlayStation 2 is a fish that has been... It looked like it had been cryogenically frozen in a shocked position. It was bent. Its eyes were popped out. Its mouth was as a big O face. My sister screamed. I cried.
Did she scream in horror?
Yeah, because we're just unboxing it, and then my sister's like, ew, what's this? And then of course she's screaming. She's out the door already. And my dad's, he's like, oh, what's going on over here? And I'm like, Daddy, my fish. He's just like, oh yeah.
Like, where's your problem? That's why your PlayStation won't work.
I don't even know how the fish got in to the fucking PlayStation 2 box, but I just like to think of it. It was like some secret mission. The fish has seen me play on the PlayStation 2, and then once the fish tank broke, he's like, right, yeah, it's my chance. And he just sort of wibbles and flops his way over to the PlayStation.
I've seen him take this box. I can get out of here forever.
Horizons. Yeah,
I've heard of a world outside this tank. Sorry.
It wasn't really that great of a story, but...
Did you name your fish after the Pokemons?
Yeah, Grandpa.
I've just... What?
Do you like them Pokemons? All my fish are called Austin.
They were.
Yep. And that tradition.
Were you on drugs? It's just like, fuck it, they're all named Austin.
Well, my family is, we come back with quite a handful of fish, and it was about 10, 15 or so. And then, of course, being a young child, everybody's like, oh, what are you going to name them? They got to be special and unique. I'm like, fuck that, they're all Austin. Deal with it. And for Austin, they have stayed.
I think you were on drugs. Sorry, I'm trying to use that as a clever segue. Quick email from Babushka Phil Dawkins. I went to Liverpool with a friend and went hunting for some magic mushrooms. Have you ever done this?
I just imagine somebody up in army gear with a gun, and I just see some mushrooms scurrying up a tree. Oh, I see one. Oh, you're 6.
Frag out! Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Jack, for
explosions. How do they work?
Fire.
Science! Wave of absurdity.
Jack M. sending us his humorous fish stick story.
I relate with you, Jack M. I'm so sorry.
I don't relate. I mean, I've been wasted, but I don't think I've ever had fish. Bleh. All right. I don't even... St. Patrick's Day came and went. Don't remember a thing.
Came.
You won poker.
Oh.
Reminder.
So...
You don't have to... I can redirect you to where he's gloating so that we don't have to do it yet again.
Imagine this scene. 4 men.
All right.
In a jungle against the enemy.
I'm going to have to interrupt you right there.
Okay.
0-1 our charity poker game.
Ah!
After 40 intense hands.
Asshole.
Owen lucked out with a high card. No, it was a pair. Yeah. Anyway, 0-1, fair and square. It was a fair win. Thus,
$100.
$100 to Doctors Without Borders.
Without hospitals.
Without borders.
So I promised the people that backed me, if they backed me, I would send you a goodie bag. So if you want a goodie bag and you supported me, then email waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com and you will get some stuff. Don't expect anything good, but expect some surprises is all I'm going to say. But Phil has pretty much taken all the wind out of my sails because I wanted to, make some sort of last man standing wartime scenario.
You had a whole YouTube clip for that, sir. You have a page. I recorded the whole game, so don't know.
So did I.
Yes, aren't we generous?
Well, no. Let's rewind this.
No, to what? What?
Well, because you were so smug that you were going to win.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Okay.
we were both very smug, and if you look at... I don't want to argue about this, but look at that
No,
40th
no,
hand.
no.
Look at that
No.
40th hand. Just look at
What
it.
about it? It's the winning hand.
Yes, just...
I'm just saying that you were so smug about it.
No,
and
how was I...
that's-
This happened last podcast. You were like painting me. You were vilifying me when we had nothing but equal... I'm going to be first. No, I'm going to be first. You're just like, God, Phil sacrificed children to curse me. He wanted to win so bad.
Well, I'm just saying it was nice to smack the smugness off your face. And it just goes to show that when
Sorry.
the
You're going to
chips
think this
are
is a
down-
cop-out. I swear it's not a cop-out. You can continue ranting, but I have to check the phone.
You can vote
I have to
on
check.
Owen. Need I remind the listeners of when Phil and I were we were very virgins to each other. We were
Huh?
still manipulating our delicious bodies in ways that seemed new and exciting to us. And then that's when he challenged me to the adventure book of Tristling. What did I promise that day?
All right.
I promised an A++. What did I deliver? An A++.
I'd like to
Bam.
thank
I
everybody.
played Dragonborn? No, Dragon Age.
Once
no?
again, that
Keep going.
donated.
Dungeons and Dragons. What did I say was going to happen?
I'd like
Say
to
what's going to happen. I said I was going to escape with
say that
Crystal.
it's going to happen
I
again,
escaped with
but
Crystal,
it's
and I won. When it came
it's
to
really
poker,
hard because
and I
what if
said I
Owen
was gonna
didn't win? We didn't have a
Who
contingency
said,
plan.
Who said was...
A lot of
who-
people
who
in the
won?
stream
Who
would have
won?
been like, well,
I
what the
said-
fuck? We're going to
I
miss
said I
the
was gonna win.
climatic
I don't let my team down. Unlike
conclusion
Phil,
to the
who's
poker
very
game.
gloaty.
I did
And
enjoy playing
let
just
this
for
be
fun.
known-
That was cool afterwards.
Let this be
I
known
did
that Phil
enjoy that.
didn't want any sponsorships. So
I
he
didn't want
would've-
any
we would have had
sponsorships
less
because
money.
people were
He-
supposed to pay to play,
he
or
wanted to-
if they
he
just wanted
wanted
to
to
donate,
take
they
money
could
away.
sponsor another
He wanted
person,
to
and
take
then we would have
money
had more
away from
players.
Doctors Without Borders.
Owen
He wanted
didn't want
to
to allow
effectively
other
kill
Rabbelin to
people.
make things.
He wanted to kill
Owen
people
has a small
because he
penis.
wanted to
He
play by his
masturbates to
rules.
me
But because I'm the
on
generous
Skype.
and more humble one,
He
that
just
I said,
he's like,
no,
if you're not
Phil,
gonna
I
do
will not
video,
let this
I'll just
injustice
use
stand.
these pictures,
I will
and then he
fight you against
ejaculates
this.
on them.
And he finally what?
So thank you to everybody that sent
Remember,
in.
if you want your goodie bag, email in and I'll send it out ASAP.
I bet you Kelsey's happy she backed both. She's pretty smart there. For a guy. Okay.
Ooh, right in the testicles.
Yes. All right. So after that little painstaking, maybe you skip through it or whatever. After that, email in waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com. Would you rather be stuck in a boat, a dinghy, with Owen or me? We're on a boat. It sank. There's two rafts. They're going in opposite directions. One has Owen. One has Phil. They have equal amounts of supplies, equal chances of being rescued. Who would you go with and why? Owen?
It's what?
Sorry, I wasn't asking you whether you'd go with...
I'm gonna go with me.
Hello, me. Let's mutual masturbate. I'm a doppelganger. Science! Doppelganger.
What is it all about? I have some news if you'd like to hear it.
I guess.
Okay.
Whatever.
Bingo battlers.
What?
Please call to an old folks home after punch up over early house call.
Okay.
An old folks bingo night descended into farce when two rival players had a punch up. Please call.
Sorry, I can tell right now that Owen's envisioning this as a massive battle.
I'm seeing like people put the dentures in.
I'm gonna gum your face off.
It's like, you done fucked up now. And somebody gets a Zimmer frame out and they're just coming out.
That's it. Go get my bingo bat. All right. Did it report any injuries, this news article? Oh, man. All right. Well, while he's recovering, technically my news is just the headline. So I'm going to give it to Owen to read the headline.
Old people fighting. What's the word coming to?
Apparently some sort of bingo-inspired hell.
You can just imagine, like, as the fight's happening, there's like an opportunist thief, like, oh, an extra pudding. So he just takes the pudding. And then the next thing you know, there's just a whole OAP riots.
I hope you live. I hope you live to be old, just so you can complain about the pastimes. All right, I don't know where I was going with that because I was copying and pasting, and I thought Owen should read that headline.
There's a wheelie stage addiction. Woman addicted to eating rubber tires has consumed a whopping 50 of them.
50. Her need for rubber hits her day and night, and she eats more than 2 feet of tire shavings a day, making a total of up to 14 pounds per month. Allison's fiancé Sammy isn't happy about her addiction, saying eating tires is weird.
Is it really weird?
Science! Before making the shocking revelation that he actually works in a tire plant.
Dun dun dun.
Pretty much.
Now we know why their love is so strong.
Pretty much, well, guess you could say
The
it's a
tires
match
that
made in Michelin. Tires, that's the article's joke, not mine. Pretty much every time he comes home, he has some in his pants. They couldn't have phrased that any better. The one comment, she seems to have quite a spare tire herself. That's really lowbrow. Really lowbrow.
If anything, at Wave of Absurdity, we don't appreciate lowbrow humor.
Let's talk about vaginas. Owen, there's a study by a tampon
I don't have a
company.
vagina.
More than half of the people surveyed by this tampon company, 55% in the U.S., 52% in Canada, of girls say they are more comfortable using slang to discuss their vagina in period, as opposed to, saying
What
vagina.
slang do you know for vagina and for period? Because I don't know any for period. I don't know any slang terms for period.
The rag. They're on the rag. That's slang. That time of the month.
It's already slang.
The hunt for Red October.
What?
I know having sex with somebody on their period is called riding the red wave.
Did you have your red wings?
I don't have my red wings. Ooh, I have 3 new emails all of a sudden.
So,
Yeah.
what slang for vagina do you know then?
Pussy, cunt, slit. Sorry.
I like beef curtains. You're
Yeah.
pulling back the beef curtains. Da, 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 da.
Well, see, there's different parts of the vagina, and they have their own set of slang words. Girls in both U.S. and Canada agree saying the word vagina is looked down upon by society, with more than 2/3, 69%, agreeing in the U.S. and nearly 2/3, 65% in Canada. Really? I would think beef curtains or cunt is looked down upon by society.
I just like the beef curtains though, because it's like a sort of a show, isn't it? You're reeling back the beef curtains. Da 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 da.
Oh,
And then there's some blue cheese in there.
delicious.
Douche yourself, ladies.
23% of girls in the U.S. and 21% in Canada believe you can lose a tampon inside your vagina. Oh.
It just goes.
What?
It just goes.
Yeah. That's a disturbing number. 23 and 21. 88% in U.S. and 89% in Canada believe that people can tell a woman has her period just by looking at her.
I cannot.
I can.
See, I'm just grateful for any interaction from a woman. I don't read into it. Well, I do. If they talk to me, it's like,
She
You
wants
love
the
me.
O.
you love me. And then it's just like, sir, stop holding up the line. Okay.
So yes, women, if you'd like to initiate a conversation about vaginal health, let us know. Send us an email, waveofabsurdity at
We're
Hotmail.
scientists, you know.
Yes, we'll collect our own data because this was just restricted to the United States and Canada, and we could use some more opinions. All right.
How did this show turn into a pervert show in just one link?
Turn into. I like the way you think. All right. Well,
Send your
here's
pictures.
a complete 180, I guess.
We're talking about dicks.
No. I was going to talk about funny place names because Kelsey had sent in a list of funny place names.
Oh,
In her state alone, Arkansas, we all know where you live, boy. Bald Knob, Blue Ball, Cooter, Fanny, Goobertown,
a goober.
Negro Head Corner. She threw a little what the fuck.
Ku
after
Klux
that.
Klan.
Possum
That's where they
Grape,
hang out.
Stump Toe, ooh, Three-Way Arkansas, and Wiener.
Like, that's all you have to say.
Yeah.
Wiener. And then, ugh.
Favorites in other states. She sent a few, but I'm just gonna pick and choose. Big Bone Lick State Park, Big Beaver Lick, both in Kentucky, and Dinkytown, Minnesota.
Boo. Not funny enough. Boo.
So this is gonna be difficult. What are your favorites? I don't know.
Boo. Horrible segue. Boo. Time for Owen to save this podcast. Boom. It's competition time.
Wait,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
wait. Before the competition, I know we're recording this separately, so it won't make a difference in editing. But the connection's going south. You sound like you're using auto tuner.
My name is Stephen Hawking.
All right. It seems like the way to fix Skype problems, people, is to bring them up with the person, because as soon as I do, it disappears. Sorry to interrupt your contest flow.
Now, I have been getting a lot of horrific comments telling me, hey Owen, you're a god and all, but give Phil some slack. I mean, he can't get to your godly status with all these lateral thinkings. And you know what? I've changed a leaf.
Nice. I've turned over another page.
So I have changed the rules of lateral thinking. I'm going to give Phil an easy lateral thinking with unlimited questions.
What are you saying? I'm limited?
You're damn right I am. So, Phil,
Yes.
this is what you could be playing for the people.
Not for me. Can you
Dead
tell that car to
Rising-
shut the fuck up? I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up, cunt!
It's already gone. I'm not impressed.
I opened the window. Dead Rising 2, Dead Space 2, Universe Sandbox, 7 copies of Dota 2,
It was 8, but he just snuck me one.
or Resident Evil 5.
Damn.
So,
I love
some
me
good
some-
games. Oh, and Universe Sandbox. I don't know if I said that. Science
You did.
on Wave of Absurdity.
Yes.
Universe Sandbox, very university game. So, here we go.
I just
Dramatic
like to
music, please.
point out that I'm winning these prizes for you, not for me, because I would love to play Resident Evil 5 again. Dead Rising 2, I never got to check out, so whoever wins, you go to hell. Okay, let's play for the people.
A man buys rice at $1 a pound from American growers.
The
and
dog killed
sells-
him. Final answer. No, okay. Sorry, everybody.
You are wrong.
Oh,
Tune in next podcast to see if Phil's gonna get one right.
sorry.
What's next?
Well, let's see. Read about vaginas. I
I don't
guess.
think we're that prepared in hindsight now.
Well,
Alright.
I guess I will do the results of Would You Rather.
Alright, I'm excited.
All right. So, yes, previous winner, Jack M. Nice formatting and separation of subjects sent to waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com. He took home Sims 3 for guessing.
He took home.
Well, I don't know.
Like it's some sort of prestigious award.
It's a friggin' prize.
Yeah.
How dare you? All right.
Yeah.
So, question 1. Owen, we will get your answers, then we will unlock the secret file of my answers, and then see who got them right. Would you rather have, Owen, a butt full of worms or a mouth full of ticks?
See, I've been thinking quite hard about this. and
Experimenting.
I wouldn't go that far.
Neither would the worms. Hey!
I think it'd be a lot more comfortable and gross to have worms up the butt. I've watched a healthy amount of Bear Grylls Survival, so I'm an urban survivalist, so I would just eat the ticks and whatever diseases they're carrying and become a better person for it. So for that reason, I would have the ticks in the mouth.
A mouthful of ticks. Wow, the way you were going, I wrote down a butt full of worms.
Was there a reasoning?
Okay, question 2. Would you rather have your eyes super glued shut or super glued open?
Okay, now I've actually thought about this in the past.
You mean
I
before
thought
getting the question?
Yes, I thought if I were ever to go into psychopath mode and start killing people, I thought a brilliant torture would be to cut off their eyelids.
Okay. Have you ever seen A Clockwork Orange?
No.
Alright, continue.
And science, what happens when your eyelids are cut off?
Oh, your blink mechanism goes haywire.
And then I thought about like putting salt in their eyes and they can't blink and get it away, and like filing down the salt with a nail file across their eyes.
Right. Is this... What
No,
about...
I'm just talking about just some personal fantasies.
Oh.
I would because
Are you
I
getting
know how.
chubby right now?
Oh. Oh. Let's not talk about it.
Alright. Do you have any pros for super gluing? By the way, this is you, not some random stranger you've assaulted.
Well, exactly. I know. And I mean, there's on a windy day, if you got your eyes super glued open, your eyes are going to be so watery, you're not going to be able to see where you're going.
Right,
So
right.
that's always a downer if you're. Oh,
Seems like a
can't
lot of-
really swim. Really,
A lot of cons so far.
I guess a pro would be you'll never be surprised.
Well, how long do you take to blink?
Fuck you, man.
Which one is it, goddammit?
Eyes super glued shut
Alright.
because I could live without my eyes.
Weird, but okay. Question 3. Would you rather have people think that you are no fun, or that you would rather have people... No one takes you seriously?
Well, being in this position, nobody takes me seriously anyway.
Okay.
I complimented my friend today. I was like, oh yeah, I really, value our friendship, what we're going on here. She's like, Is this sarcasm? No! I'm just...
I hope you didn't say no like that.
Why, why does everybody think that I'm always sarcastic and joking all the time? You know, I'd come up and I'd be like, I'll just slip my wrist. They're like, oh, and you're so funny. It's a cry for help, people.
I can't take you seriously. Is that your answer?
No, I hate it so much. What was the other one? I'm going for the other one.
That people think you're no fun.
Yeah, I'd rather, yeah. Good. I'm very grumpy inside, so, you know, people...
Very grumpy outside.
No, it's good fun, because then, you know, somebody's like, oh, we're going to a party, do you want to invite Owen? No, he's an asshole. Good! I don't want to go. I would rather sit at home, furiously masturbate, and watch some Rorschach Redemption.
All right. Out of curiosity, I've used the phrase myself, and I hear a lot of people use it. Why is it always furiously masturbating? Because it seems like there's an edge of danger to it. Can't it just be intensely?
Well, no, because...
Wait, no. Let's drop it right now. I have
my foreskin is so tight that if I start going really fast, it's gonna build up friction. Friction. Science.
Yeah.
What's it all about?
How to start a fire with Owen's penis. All right. So we have mouth ticks.
If you're ever stuck in a survival situation, just start tugging my knob over some dry wood.
I don't think that was Bear Grylls.
Oh.
All right. Mouth ticks. Glued shut. No fun. That's how I've summarized your answers.
I'm looking forward to hearing yours.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time I got all three wrong. Usually I get one right. All right. No. All right. I'm looking at them now. All right. The password, if you want to play along, to the file I uploaded to Owen's fan page, is Dragon. Dragon.
Yes, in case you don't know how to fucking spell dragon. Literacy on Wave of Absurdity.
Science. Alright. Yes, old questions. Butt full of worms or a mouthful of ticks? I just hope, and I mean I really hope, that Owen would not pick butt full of worms. I don't know. Mouthful of ticks is pretty nasty. You can swallow a few, and that would be just way too fucking gross to think about. Just butt full of worms, final answer. Okay, so mouth ticks.
What's wrong with swallowing a few ticks?
A mouthful!
So, we've all gone down on some women that have got some questionable stuff in their pubes.
Really? Have you?
Worse? Am I the only?
Worse than ticks and worms. I would like to think if you saw worms, you'd be like, yeah, baby, sorry.
You can't stop the mood like that.
For worms, you can.
You just flick them off.
All right, so I got that one wrong. Super glue eyes shut or super glue them? Owen. I feel that Owen would just rig a contraption, some sunglasses with cardboard on them, and then glue the eyes open. Why take away sight? Not blinking would be a bitch. Put some eye drops. That would take care of that. Open. Final answer. Wrong. A lot of people picked me in the email.
It seems like I'm somehow like knowing what you're saying and like going purposely.
I know nobody's gonna believe that, but I swear I passworded the file. I only uploaded it last night. It's not like he knew what they were.
What you need to do is when you do the next set of questions, think about what your answer is and then change it.
No, because then you're just gonna go opposite of your impression.
No,
it won't matter. It won't matter. Let's do the final one because I know I said. I said, for no one will take you seriously or no one will think you are any fun. No one takes you seriously. Because you can always surprise them. I never took you seriously, but now look at you, Mr. Climbing Mount Everest. See? I went the logical route. I guess you're right. I should just... Because I can't obviously think like Owen, because apparently that's just thinking the opposite of logic. So, for those of you...
I've been going through Nobody Takes Me Seriously, and it's fucking annoying.
If you went with Phil's choice, you're lazy, and you didn't win anything.
Fuck you.
Let's see what people had to say. We'll start with Jack M. and his finely formatted and separated topics.
Well, somebody's got a boner for Jack M. Jesus. That was a loaded
Well,
statement.
no,
right
wait.
there. You just subtly insulting
Rachel.
everybody else that have
Rachel
emailed
also
in.
does it. Kelsey,
Rachel? Who's Rachel?
Monique separates hers. Chris, they're separated. A lot of people. It's just
I'm
a
sorry,
bunch of.
whoever Rachel is. I didn't mean to just dismiss you like a piece of shit.
All right, so Jack M first. You've got to keep track of these, Owen, because I'm
Who's
reading.
Chris?
Just
I don't pay attention.
keep track of this shit because I went through all the emails to get this down properly. Unlike some people that don't have a
Phil.
podcast. Okay. His answers. Owen will choose a mouthful of ticks because you can spit out the ticks easily. See? He didn't swallow them. He spit them out.
But it's Bear Grylls Urban Survival.
And it would be the first time Owen has had something fill his mouth that was hard to swallow. Not sure what kind of dig that is. Wait. And it would be the first time Owen has had something fill his mouth that was hard to swallow. So,
Because I can just swallow things quite easily, like men's cocks and cum and whatnot.
oh, see, I knew what it was. I just wanted to force you into a kind of check there. All right, number 2.
Real original, Jack.
Super glue his eyes shut because then Owen will not have to wear glasses anymore. And Owen is used to having sticky things in his eyes. So far he's got 2 right for completely
keeps coming,
insulting reasons.
Just keeps coming, Jack. You're gonna keep doing that shit to me. All right, fuck you.
Owen will choose no one will take him seriously because if no one thought Owen was no fun, he wouldn't be able to do YouTube anymore. Also, when
Nobody thinks I'm fun anyway.
When Owen tells a girl that he will knock them out, drag them to his car, and skull fuck them, they will think he is just joking until they wake up behind a skip with their eyes glued shut.
You going with the rape now?
So he got them.
My character.
No, wait. Oh no, he got
2 out of 3.
All right. Oh, and I accidentally pasted one of the vagina facts. Over 1/4, 28% in the U.S., 26% in Canada believe girls are more likely to risk attack by animals like sharks or bears while menstruating. Moving on, Chris B. I'll go with Phil on this one because he has to get some right sometime. Sorry, Chris. And Phil should be able to ask 3 questions to help him when Owen asks him those riddles.
I gave him a chance,
Nick O.
and he said dog.
What?
What?
Oh, yeah. Nick O. Phil's choice. Sorry, Nick O. Nikita. And yet again, it is me, Nikita. PC Fanboy 999. I select Phil's choice just because I'm too lazy to think.
See, now that's honesty. I like honesty.
Oh, dear. Oh, wait, I need to see. I don't know who signed this. I think it might be, oh, Christ. I don't know how to. He changes his name, Roxas. He said, it's pronounced Roxas. I forget who this is. The person who changes his name all the time.
The test subject?
Yes. Thank you. Owen would rather have a butt full of worms. The mouthful of ticks would have him die in a matter of seconds. With the worms, they could give Owen sexual pleasure, like that doctor who dry rimmed him.
Why am I always a sexual miscreant, huh?
Or he could just shit all the worms out anyways, you miscreant. Or just leave them in and just wiggling them around, okay? He could use them as a worm cannon.
It's really a good job that nobody I know listens to this.
He could use them as a worm cannon. When someone annoys him, pull your pants down and kablam! Instant worms and shit in their
I don't know
face.
how strong you think my prostate gland is, but it's not going to be firing worms at such a trajectory that it's going to be sticking to people's faces.
Oh, 10 points. I'd like to point out that in parentheses he put visualize it. All right, so but for the worms, superglue his eyes shut. If he keeps them open, his eyes would give out, and he would go blind unless he had eyedroppers. But still, what would happen when he has to sleep? If he had his eyes shut, not only would his eyes be protected, but his other senses would be stronger. His memory would increase, don't know why. Remembering where things are by feeling them.
Science!
Yeah. Apparently the science there is you will remember where things are by feeling them, thus improving your memory, because using your sight to remember where things are is just not as taxing on the brain. Oh. And then he ends it off with, he won't be able to see the ugliness that will become of the world. Test subject shares my opinion on the state of things to come in the next few generations.
Both of you are just naysayers. I'm highly optimistic.
I know. Well, that's where you're wrong. Obviously, you haven't seen the... Obviously, your eyes are metaphorically glued shut in your little
Just because I don't
isolated
see
bubble
bad
of...
everything film doesn't make me an asshole.
Your isolated bubble of masturbation and I can't think
Quick,
of...
think of a snappy answer. Go on, quickly.
Sorry, you need to open up your world of masturbation like I have.
Well, no, because then I'd be as dark and as cynical as you.
You don't masturbate to many things and still keep that world view. Owen would choose to never have people take him seriously. If everyone thinks he's no fun, then no one would pay attention to him. He wouldn't have a fan page, and his YouTube channel would be shit. And his sex life would be even worse.
Well,
and his sex life would be even worse. No one would even think about fucking Owen. Well, to be fair...
nobody does anyway.
Whereas if no one took him seriously, he could be the funniest man alive if he wanted to. He would have one-night stands or get a girlfriend who would just want a physical relationship instead of a true one. He still would have people loving him in a way. More serious question this week. Can't find a way to fuck it. All right, I don't know. You didn't get them all right. Test subject, Roxas.
You hurt me, bro. You hurt me.
Triple D Destroyer. He says, butt of worms. He can shit poop. Strikeout undesired. Oh, he can poop. He can poop them out in no time. But those ticks would just sit there and grow. And then either pop off and go down his throat and explode or just straight up explode. Neither is desirable. Eyes glued shut. You don't even realize how much of a hindrance would your eyes drying out be with no means of moisturizing. Wow, there are a lot of people that are into eye moisturizing here. Wow. Being blind for a little while will give Owen a new point of view on life, not to mention the health benefit. No computers. No computers burning your eyesight. Yeah, those lucky blind people. Rick.
But thankfully, I have seen so much porn that I'll just be able to still knock one out.
Well, don't remember, your memory will increase by using your sense of touch only to find where your schlong is.
It's so small, can't find it anymore.
And he won with never being taken seriously. If he was not,
you're all idiots.
If he was not funny to anyone, he would get no views. They're also tying this into your YouTube channel. Oh, so he didn't get any right?
No. No, we got the eyes shut.
Oh, yeah, all right. But nobody got 2 or more yet other than
no
Jack.
And I'm quite annoyed that Jack's winning.
Why? Because he won before?
Because he's assaulting me.
Oh. Well, let's see what Khalid had to say.
I have feelings. Come on, Khalid.
All right. Because I am smart, I won't choose Phil because Phil is an idiot.
I like you already.
Yeah, well, that's the last time I clean up your email, Khalid. But for number 1, I would choose Mouthful of Ticks because Owen would make friends with them, and they can go up his butt instead of worms. And I know Owen will like it.
Just go around my back real quickly.
Ting, ting. Sorry. That's you.
Got my butt. Got my butt.
Yeah. You, give me something to drink. For number
what the fuck, man?
2, this has been the podcast for the last 15 minutes.
Science of ticks. Of absurdity.
I'm getting lightheaded, I swear. Number 2, he would super glue them open to watch girls' butts. And then if he can get made, he would say that he has his eyes glued open, so he can't do anything about it. Oh, you staring at my ass? Sorry, eyes glued open, baby.
Oh, yes. It's not like I'm choosing to look over there either, is it?
Yeah,
No.
All right, well, weird reason.
Right,
right answer.
This is, come on.
Number 3.
Come on.
Obviously, people would never take him seriously. Oh! Why? Because has Owen ever been serious? He is never serious, and no one takes him seriously.
See?
So if he does choose that, it wouldn't make a difference.
Exactly.
All right. Well, boy, this is a very emotional would Owen rather. So that...
You know, it's just it's all fun and games, isn't it? Internet. You just jump on the Owen bandwagon. Just look at this loser.
So
Just talk about how he likes cum in his eyes.
that's
I mean, it's all fun, isn't it? It's all fun and games.
Jack and Khalid
It's all fun.
so far.
Fun.
Moving on to Rachel. Hey, guys.
Great.
I'm just going to read her email real fast because it's been a while since I've emailed in. Got busy with school, took some breaks. Now I'm back and listening with rapt attention. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your little hammy passing, Owen. I have a male black hamster named Moby, like Moby Dick.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be heartbroken when his time finally comes. But,
Thank you.
well, anyway, on a happier note, he likes your show. She mentions that she loves the new title screen, by the way. Which is odd.
Get used to change.
Some of you may have noticed. A darker, for somebody that was just going on about worldviews. Who did that, by the way?
Corsac.
Sorry.
His name's James.
Sorry, Reese. I obviously had no complaints with my non-penisy rendition.
Rise.
All right. Rachel's Would You Rather. Butt of worms, because they have meds for that, and ticks carry all kinds of stuff like Lyme disease. You lose a ton of blood and become anemic, and removing ticks is a pain in the butt. Interesting choice of words, because if you do it wrong, you'll end up squishing their guts inside you and or getting an infection. And how would you keep from accidentally squishing all those bugs in your mouth? She really thought about this.
Little did she know that I was purposely going to squish them anyway.
Yeah, you will have worms in your butt, but most likely they're going to be the kind of parasites that lives off of fecal matter, which could be a bonus. I mean, think of how many people pay to get colon cleanses, and drink awful shakes to clean them out and get healthier, and you're getting cleaned out for free. There would probably...
Like that's some sort of benefit.
There would also...
Get some worms, get cleaned out for free. Step right up.
There would also probably be a squirmy sensation, but Owen seems that he might get a kick out of that.
Again, what is it with
I know,
sexual deviancy?
it's always like the last line, too.
It is. You know, you're thinking, oh, yeah, this is a nice one.
Oh, yeah, Owen likes anal shit. Okay.
I'll have you know, I have never. That's a lie. Carry on.
All right. No one
I was
ever
going to say I
takes you
never stuck anything in my
seriously.
butt, but I have.
Everyone thinks you're no fun. She says it. You would pick everyone thinks you're no fun because, let's face it, no one is taking you seriously can get old real fast.
Thank you.
When you're sitting there chalking or your bum is on fire and everyone is laughing instead of helping. See? She used butt on fire where you were like, oh, I'm stabbing myself. She used the more humorous ass on fire. All right, so she's got one right. Let's see. Oh, and she said, oh, eyes glued open. He is a gamer he would need to see again with a YouTube channel. So that's...
Is this just like some sort of... Is this like a social experiment on me? Is this what you're doing, Phil?
I don't know.
I mean, do people think that my entire life is YouTube?
This,
Because it is. Oh.
Well, then, yeah. Why'd you pick eyes glued shut? You can't exactly... let me play Bioshock with Braille. No.
I told you, being in the mind of a psychopath that I know, I would, I could just imagine how horrible it would be to have your eyes glued open. You walk along, you're trying to have a romantic date, you're walking along the beach, next thing you know, sand grains in your eyes. There's no defense.
No, I wasn't laughing at what you were saying. I'm sorry.
And then, what are you going to do? You're going to rush into the sea and wash it off? No, it's a bad day.
Fat Boy says, I don't have time to get answers from Owen, so I will just go with Owen's answers. I don't think that's an option, Fat Boy. Well,
He's won!
I know. How did he do it? Wait, I'm still confused. So I will just go with Owen's answers, and if Phil starts rumbling and whining again, I will go with Phil's choices.
I think he's won.
Yeah, good job, Fat. All right, Kelsey. Owen would like to have a mouthful of ticks. Oh, she's got one right. If someone pisses him off, he can spit at people like that bald dude from The Mummy. He was the mummy, Kelsey. He was the mummy. He could also train the ticks to not suck his blood, because, you know, it would suck to lose all of your blood. Kelsey. 2, Owen would superglue his eyes open so he could play games more often. He would then make Phil his slave and force him to put eye drops in his eyes so they don't dry out and explode. I don't know what really happens when your eyes dry out completely, but explosions are cool, so yeah.
You know, I've actually, just this moment, I've actually come to love the viewer's perception of me. Like, I'm some sort
Are you being cynical?
No, it's like I'm just playing games all day and I got a butt plug up my asshole. You know, it's...
To be
I think
fair,
that's quite endearing, actually.
I didn't share that because I always thought it was a hamster up your ass. All right, she has 2 right.
No, she doesn't.
She has 1 right. Let's see if she gets 2. Owen would rather have people think he is boring. I guess that's no fun. So he could prove those bitches wrong with his awesome Owenness. After he proves them wrong, he will use his awesomeness to take over the world and give everyone pizza. Alright, so I would rather have... Alright, technically, Kelsey, you said you would rather have people think he is boring. Alright. For now, use the official words. Thank you.
Don't worry, Kelsey. I will defend your honor.
Alright.
Because I'm not an asshole like Phil.
So that's Kelsey.
We've got
Yes.
a bond going on
Not
here.
the dude that doesn't give away prizes for
You know that.
viewer-related stuff. He puts it on my head. I still like that little trick. All right. And I think that was it. Oh, yeah, sorry for taking you out last time, but you didn't get the answers right, so it didn't matter.
So we have a 3-way.
Yes. Oh, wait, let me just read this up. I think Phil missed my answer to episode 1's Would You Rather on purpose. Strike 1 on Phil. 2 more strikes, and we'll send you some weird Arkansas virus in the mail. All right.
So, shall I flip a coin? And that's the power of deduction.
For a 3-way tie.
Because we do 2.
Oh, all right. Ugh.
Okay, so who's the first 2?
I will randomly assign them numbers. So the first 2 will be number 1 and number 3.
So that's...
No, I randomly assign
What?
them numbers.
I'm so confused.
Sorry, 1 is
So-
heads, 3 is tails. Flip it.
Why can't it be 1 and 2? Wait,
I'm
okay.
being
okay,
random,
okay.
motherfucker.
I'm flicking. Alright, and it is heads.
Heads, so that's 1. All right, so now it's 1 and 2.
Okay. Get ready. It is heads.
All right.
Oh, is that Jack?
That is Jack, because I did name him number 1.
Fuck that asshole.
Oh, well, after this, we really should initiate some rule about winning twice in a row. I don't know. You won fair and square. What are your thoughts?
I should have lied.
What are your thoughts?
Uh,
Other than you should have lied.
nah.
Yeah, we should have thought of that before actually doing this, because now we can't pull the rug out from under him. All right, well, that's it for you, Jack. You have won another prize. And to answer somebody else's question, it doesn't matter if you won before, obviously. You can win again. But except in a row. Okay, so let's move on. Congratulations, Jack. Thanks for all the emails. Let's move on to the new questions. Let's keep in mind that I'm not giving away any games this time. Sorry. However,
What?
if you...
What?
Yeah, I have to recover. Sorry.
What do you mean you're not giving away any games?
I'm giving away something else. Sorry.
What you giving away?
Well, you have your choice. You can either take a invitation to Ingress, the new Android game by Google that is massively addictive. It's in beta testing right now. You have to have an Android-capable phone. It's kind of like a capture the flag game, but you have to go to physical locations and.
Nobody's going to be moving from their seats, so
No,
gay.
no.
Next one.
No, some people will. It's a cool. Make sure you live in a kind of populated area because most of the places you have to go to that have portals are landmarks like libraries, statues, museums, stuff like that. So look it up. You might want it. Sometimes it's really hard for people to get an invitation. Sometimes you go on the site, it gives you one in a week. Anyway, so you can get an invitation to Ingress.
Oh.
I will send you a bag of shit, if you like. Not literal shit, metaphoric shit. Bits and bobs, maybe a Mr. Fox, if you know who the hell that is. You tell me what you want, within reason.
And if that doesn't rustle your jimmies, I will also throw in a copy of Dota 2. So, yeah. Fuck it. You can have 2 if you want.
And then I am going to offer the virtual prize. You send me some information, stuff you're comfortable with, and then I will take you on a
Bra size.
a virtual car ride in which you
Nigga size.
may or may not try to molest me on this virtual car ride, depending on.
Oh, can I come?
We can talk about Owen. No, I can mount the camera and yeah, we'll go for a little ride. We'll listen to a tune maybe. I'll respond to your imaginary questions or some of the ones in the email, and then you can just imagine yourself
I want that prize.
in my car. I'll make one for Owen. I'll make a demonstration.
Sweet.
A small 2 to 5 minute virtual car ride.
So why is it got to be small?
Because I don't want to waste a
Small
big one on
talk
you.
about me.
It's difficult enough to
Am
do
I not-
something like that without incurring the wrath of the law or getting into an accident, okay? Did you just send me something via Skype?
No. Now, what's the next would you rather? We spent far too long on this
Yes,
fucking
yes,
would
we
you
have. I
rather.
don't know that I'm going to have to, if we get this type of response, which is great, familiar faces and everything, please do not stop sending your detailed emails. Just might not be able to get to them. As we have seen here today, that did take a while. New questions. Not even going to get Owen's opinions on them. They are also located in the file that is unlocked via Dragon. Would you rather, Owen, it's would Owen rather, not would you rather, would Owen rather be granted the answers to any 3 questions or resurrect one person? Huh? It's not quite disgusting, but this is science, right?
Wave of absurdity.
Question 2. Would Owen rather be confronted on the street by a loud, angry, homeless, meth-addicted panhandler every day for a month,
I thought you were going to say it was a panda.
or a persistent Bible thumper, holy roller type in his face for a month? All right, 2 equally unpleasant things there.
Science.
And number 3, also very scientific, accidentally slam your hand down on a telephone message spike or get the tips of your fingers jammed in an industrial paper shredder. All right, so the
Fuck's wrong with you, boy?
those are the 3. In case you don't know, the telephone message spike is simply a spike on a piece of wood, and then usually at the post office, as they get messages, you just slam the paper onto the spike. So, just a spike. Yes. Granted the answers to any 3 questions or resurrect one person, would Owen rather be confronted on the street by a loud, angry, homeless, meth-addicted panhandler every day for a month, or a persistent Bible thumper every day for a month? Or would Owen rather accidentally slam his hand down on a telephone message spike or get the tips of his fingers jammed in an industrial paper shredder? Those are your questions.
Now, as we all know, with the last episode of Wave of Absurdity, Phil and I got into a little ruckus.
Bring a motherfucking
About-
rocket. Sorry.
Angry science at Wave of Absurdity. What's the velocity of Phil's fist to my face? Tune in next time. But there was a little ruckus about the master debater, and I did say in that episode that Phil could, and he will, suggest any topic that he wants to do for this master debater, and I will do it, no complaints, and we'll see how great his fucking ideas are. Phil, take it away, buddy.
All right. Well, that's coming up in Master Debater. Ha-ha! Give me some time to think. No.
Speaking of thinking, neurons. What's that all about?
Yes, actually, despite Owen's friendship with Stephen Hawkins, we can't always have him doing the intro. So some of you also might remember that I was supposed to bring some theme songs to the table.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So why don't we take a little musical interlude? I was supposed to bring 3. I did have 3. There was one that had a vocoder. It's just not happening. So, to be fair, it
He's let us down.
It was not that funny anyway. So.
When it involves you, when is it?
Sing!
Oh,
What's
the heart of pain? Science.
So, Owen, you have Wave in 1 and Wave in 3, MP3. Your choice to which one you want to listen to first. Now, obviously, they're just rough. I recorded them real fast. I used some public domain, Creative Commons music. These are just ideas, and obviously I left Owen's parts out.
Okay, so I am going to listen to, I think, Wave in 3.
Will this be coming across? Do you know? Or
well, it will be in editing.
All right.
So I will listen to that now. Oh, now.
This is a podcast by Owen and Phil. Have some whiskey to help you wash down this pill. It will help get you through the next several hours as our words hit you like a golden shower. You are a slave to the wave absurdity. You will cry, please don't hurt me too late. We've penetrated your ear hole. We have no heart and pretty sure we have no soul. We're in your brain, we're causing pain. Absurdity, we are crass and inhumane. Perversity, we will argue, we are profane. Absurdity, we will rant and we will complain for eternity. Wave of absurdity, wave of absurdity.
The ending,
wave of absurdity. Well, I figured we could both be.
That's sort of like, well, I think that's what you would hear as you're ascending to heaven or somewhere.
Wave of. See, we could both do that part and then just layer our voices on there. And then,
all right.
That's a possibility.
At first, it sounded like this is something that you would sing to somebody as they're dying.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was supposed to counteract the vocoder thing, which was too mellow and playful. Although the next one that you're about to play, we've talked about doing a little rap. So I thought I would try out spitting. I think you'll like the lyrics to this. I think you will.
All right. So let's get ready to listen to Wave in line 1, whatever it is. Oh, my God.
Boom,
yes, motherfuckers! It's the Wave of Absurdity podcast. We're gonna podcast all over your face. Absurdity, it's certainly our currency, and maybe inadvertently we'll throw in some perversity, but currently you're listening to the introduction. When you hear the wave coming, then you better duck, son. This is a podcast by Owen and Phil, and if you listen to us now, then it's all going downhill. So gather up your problems, put them on the shelf, and if you say have something else to do, then you're lying to yourself. Now let me introduce you to the all-knowing, mind-blowing Owen.
That's where my part would come in.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you're just like trying to just
the white guy
a sentence
the old,
in like 2 sentences.
And if you say something
nothing else rusty.
I like the line. I was rather proud of myself when you this is the introduction, and when you see the wave coming, then you better duck, son. Lyrical genius.
That was something. I've got a lot of deliberation to do.
Again, not written in stone. Just trying to fulfill. Maybe that'll.
Well, you didn't fulfill because you fucked up your third one.
All right. Well, I know this is gonna sound weird now that you heard those two, but the third one was embarrassing.
What? What?
All right. Well, there's some Wave of Absurdity musical stylings.
See, if we don't pick number one, I will do my verse anyway, and I'll play that for you.
And then
In any case,
maybe in a later episode, we'll do a more elongated rap.
the iTunes version going round tour.
Master Debater!
Da 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 da.
Coming after a quick headline from the weird and scary world of squirrels.
You fucking squirrels, man.
Owen, I have sent you the headline.
No, you haven't. No, you have. Spokane parks to detonate squirrels.
Yeah. This is actually 2 years old, but there's an agency that has a special machine called the Rodinator Pro.
Rodinator. I'm the Rodinator.
Yes, well,
Bury your nuts if you want to leave.
it pumps propane and oxygen into the tunnels of squirrels and then sends an electric spark that causes an explosion.
See, I thought it would just be like mini bombs and acorns.
Like a game of worms. They're just down there.
Yeah, they just pick it up, and then when it moves too much, it explodes.
Some people think it borders on cruelty. Well.
Pyrotechnics. Science!
And what is it with every goddamn fucking news outlet is really into the puns? Park officials said ground squirrels have been a minor problem for years, but their population is, well, exploding. So.
I think we'd have a fantastic job if we could write for a newspaper. If we're in the same room.
Yeah, because
We got a news story about exploding squirrels. What can we think of there, Philip?
there wouldn't be any story. We would argue, or the article would be like 15 paragraphs long. Oh, well, if you're going to say that, well, then I want this.
We're settling this in a rap battle.
All right. In print. Okay. I'm going to read some of the ideas just to get us in the mood. Master Debater.
Well, this is all you. I mean,
All
this
right.
is
Well,
your genius
for the
idea, isn't it?
listeners,
mean,
I want
'cause-
them to know that we have received the emails with all the different topics. And then I guess I'll just select one that I find tickles my fancy. Again, just like to remind you all that we prefer, which is probably making things difficult. In some of your emails, you've stated that you would like to hear us debate about certain things. And generally, they're heavy topics like drug use in sports, prostitution, social networking. That's right, Chris B. I'm looking at you. Way too heavy. Our motto here is fuck it.
What?
I don't know. Derpy Hooves sent in Brony versus non-Brony. P.S. Brony is a guy who likes to show My Little Pony friendship is magic, and a non-Brony is a guy who does not. Okay. Don't know the source material. I don't know that I could argue for or against.
I like ponies. I don't like ponies. There you go.
Triple D Destroyer. I'm glad you liked my submissions for the debate topics before. I did. Here are a few more. This episode's lead topic is plants, gardens, and forest. Forest fires, for or against? Well, now to be fair,
I'm for the honesty of it all.
to be fair,
I like to see the little critters run. It gets my juices flowing. Sure.
tape their eyes open. To be fair, forest fires can be helpful to nature
What would
overall.
happen if you screwed a
Turn to ash,
squirrel
ash
glued
into
squirrel's eyes
nature,
open?
rebirth. Anyway, forests, coniferous or deciduous. I kind of like that.
Okay.
Gardening tools, rake or shovel. Moles, masterful lawn redecorators, or pests. Well, now with the Rodinator. Roses, red or white. Rachel sends in staycation or vacation.
Staycation.
I know, it's the first time I ever heard that term.
I'm going on a staycation.
McDonald's or Burger King. Pretty frivolous. And then should marijuana be legalized but regulated by the government? Whoa, Rachel!
Burger King. All the way. Motherfuckers. If anybody wants to debate me, that Burger King is not the best burger joint of all time, I'll take you on.
Interesting.
I'll take your damn on.
Kelsey said in the use of hashtags on Facebook, pro or con.
YOLO.
Killing spiders, should they be squished or left alone, or other bugs?
Squish.
Carpet versus tile, or hardwood. That's a different thing, Kelsey. That's 3. Chuck Norris versus...
Leave the girl alone.
Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee. I caught the little girl bit. Making your bed. Should you do it regularly or just when you feel like it? Excusing yourself when you sneeze. Well, hello. I've been going on that since day one. That's pretty much what Owen is expecting this master debater to be about. The whole should you...
So it sneezes or doorknob or toilet paper.
No, I'm going to save the toilet paper. That's the great debate.
No, it's not. It's fucking stupid.
No, it's the great debate as far as debates go. Phil's fans versus Owen's fans. That could get ugly. Whose are better?
All our fans. My fans, essentially.
That hurts. Let me just make sure I got them all.
I made a dog. I got you more coverage than Funny Junk did. Yeah, fuck you, Funny Junk.
Jesus.
Oh, you thumbed up his content? Well, I gave him valuable subscribers, I'll have you know.
800 of those were deleted in the audit. Because they were not real, turns out, somehow. Let's see. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, no, these are all roleplay ideas. All right. We are going to go with... Again, I'd like to thank everybody for sending in their suggestions. They will be noted and stored for later. Well, some of them.
What have you gone with?
Screw your enthusiasm.
Come on. What is it?
Let me just... I hate all fast food unless I'm really hungry, so I can't do that. I really want to pick one of those. But I really have to do it the sneezes.
The sneezes?
Yep. But I need to modify it. It is an archaic and ridiculous habit that a lot of people have, saying, God bless you, after somebody sneezes. Acknowledging sneezes in general. We don't do it with burps or farts other than a little laugh when they're funny. But otherwise, let's just move on. A little spasm. Let's move on. So...
This features all you, so am I for or against acknowledging sneezes?
You're for it.
All right, then. Am I going first?
No, I've been wanting to rant and rave about this for a while.
This is what happens when we're not recording. Sneezes. Let me tell you about sneezes.
All right.
It's always about the fucking
that's
sneezes.
what this was. Accept a gift from Owen. From Owie. What the shit.
It's my cute name. I said to people.
I'm going now. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why? All right, first, let's just get this out of the way. God bless you. How annoying is that? All right? What if you don't believe in God? What if you're a Muslim or another non-God believing specific... All right, that was a bad choice. It's ridiculous that you're going to suck in somebody's soul or that you're so sick you're going to die. You better get a blessing from God. No, as I said before, it's a spasm. You're sneezing because there's, something irritating, or you have some sort of infection or a cold. It's not some plague from the heavens, all right? This is highly irritating response to something that you're just going, bless you, thanks. Just every time. What if you have multiple sneezes, too? That's just multiple blessings from this alleged God. Don't want to make this into a religion. So...
This is the religion of sneezes.
Science! God does not have to be part of your expulsions of air. It's just ridiculous. Sneeze and move on. Is it 2 minutes or 1 minute? 2, that's right. All right, so that's the God factor. Second is Oh God, what is the second part I wanted to rant about? Oh yeah, just acknowledging them in general. All right, I understand. You wish me good health or whatever. That's fine. I guess it's better than the whole God thing, gesundheit, whatever. But it's still, don't draw attention to my sneeze. I don't feel good or whatever. Just I sneeze. The person that sneezes should just say excuse me and move on. That's it. There's nothing else to do. Hachu, excuse me. Please continue with your conversation. No God, no acknowledgement.
Still got 4 seconds.
I'm done.
Well, what a compelling argument.
starting
from
now?
No.
Well, no, then you can't just banter
Oh,
your
fine.
shit
I'm
about.
starting now.
Go.
I'm start now. What a compelling argument from my fuckwits of a colleague. Firstly, I would like to thank the Stephen Hawking Foundation for funding this.
You're
debate.
welcome. Sorry.
My name's Stephen.
Wait, suspend
You think-
timer.
Do you think if he's gonna sneeze?
Suspend timer.
Do you think if he's gonna sneeze, he types it into his machine and says "at you"? So, Phil, you have an issue with people acknowledging your sneezes. Why? It's common courtesy, isn't it? Do you get annoyed when people don't open doors for you? Are you against all sorts of common courtesies out there? What would the world be if we didn't have common courtesy? Do you really want to live in a world where people don't open doors? Everybody's out for themselves. I think acknowledging sneezes is a sign of caring, because as we know, sneezing is usually associated with something. Maybe it could be a warning sign. Maybe you're just in a dusty room and you need to get out. Or maybe it's something a lot more sinister and you're actually got the flu, you're ill. So in that case, it's very, very viable to acknowledge the sneeze so everybody around you knows that the sneeze has indeed happened.
In case the sneeze.
No, because then everybody knows that that person could very well be infected with some kind of sickly SARS. And at that point, you just have to leave. That's all you have to do. It's a warning mechanism from the body to tell other people, hey, I'm not feeling that great. You should probably get away, but some common courtesy would be nice. And yes, you should give some people some common courtesy. Again, need I remind you, a world without common courtesy is a terrible, terrible place. And I can't imagine anybody agreeing with Phil's Nazism. That was my minute.
It's 2.
I had to.
All right. I like to take mine in a 5, 4, 3, 2.
No need for a countdown, asshole.
I needed to count down the seconds on my physical wall clock. All right. Owen would have you believe this is all about caring. It's not. I'm all about a world for caring and people holding doors open. But let's differentiate the whole courtesy thing. Holding a door open, that's something physical that you can do for somebody that actually helps them. All right, I'll hold the door open for you. You can enter and exit at ease. Sneezing, it's not caring. It's just something that people stuff in the face of their children. They have to say it. Somebody sneezes. It's just habit. You say it. Some people mean it, but it's nothing like holding a door open, and it's not the destruction of the world if you don't say it. It's not like, oh, they're not going to be courteous. Well, they might because everybody has it ingrained in them, but you're not doing the world a disservice. If it suddenly disappeared, it's not like, oh, if a door opening disappeared, well, the world would be a shitty place. Yeah, but no, if sneezing, saying God bless you or acknowledging sneezes disappeared, nothing would happen. And it's not a warning. It's not a warning. It's just something the body does. It's an irritant, like saying God bless you. There's no actual reason even for the courtesy that still exists today. I believe it either had something to do with sucking a soul into your body or that you had some sort of plague, so you needed to be blessed. We know today. It's just an antiquated courtesy. There's certain courtesies that we don't do anymore, and some people pine for the past. We don't tip our hat. At least around here, we don't curtsy to anyone. All right, it's pointless. Owen didn't make any compelling argument other than trying to relate it to door opening. He's an idiot. Don't anybody ever bless him when he sneezes.
I would take my 2 minutes.
1, 2,
2.
3,
Now.
and 4.
Shut up. So Phil likes to say that it is not caring when you acknowledge a sneeze. It is not helpful in any way, like opening a door. It is a physical motion that somebody does to help another person. But lest we forget, you soulless cunt, that emotional health is probably more paramount than physical health. Yes, indeedy. Emotional health is the number one statistic of happiness. Science. Now, shut up. Emotional health is very important. So, just by acknowledging their sneezes, you're saying, hey, I care about you, bless you. It's not about a soul being sucked in, it's about your soul escaping. I'll have you know, he doesn't even know anything about sneezes in the traditional sense. And, he says, sneezing isn't a warning. When is the last time people just sneeze for no reason? You either have hay fever, you're in a very dusty room, or you're horrifically ill and you got the flu or something like that. It is a warning to other people. If somebody sees you coming down the street with a red nose and you're sneezing, they know you're not well, stay away from you. It's a fantastic mechanism how humans have evolved to know danger when they see it. Another thing, Phil just says, it's tradition. Why do we get do this? It's tradition. Well, if it's tradition, Phil, why don't we get rid of all traditions, huh? Why don't we just say fuck off Easter? Why don't we say fuck off Christmas? Why don't we...
Sorry.
Why don't we just say fuck you birthdays? Because it's tradition. It's what we do, isn't it? It's just ingrained in us. Why do we celebrate little Billy's birthday every year? It's tradition. It's a social stigma that we have to do. So if Phil wants us to get rid of sneezes. Next thing you know, Christmas is gone. After that, Easter, Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day. Next thing you know, your birthday's gone.
All right, I'm taking my 1-minute summary rebuttal now. I've noticed that my opponent's debate skills are all about clever diversions or tainted comparisons. Well, you get rid of saying God bless you, well, you might as well get rid of Easter. No, two totally different categories. The same.
But it's tradition.
The same with the traditions. Traditions are by nature always morphing. You don't do certain traditions these days and ages because they wear away after time. They're just antiquated, like I said. Yes, some might be like, well, that's why they're tradition. But at some point, you've got to say the buck stops here, all right? We've got more time going on, more traditions to remember. Filter out the old, bring in the new. We know what sneezes are. They are nothing like warnings. I don't know what Owen thinks sneezes are. Sure, some of them happen because you're sick, but generally people know that you're sick anyway. Sneezes are fine. Saying God bless you is stupid.
Time. Okay, I would take my 1 minute
Now.
and closure. Now, I don't think I really have to reiterate anything. I've said what I needed to say. Phil's just trying to divert you away from his global plan, which of course is getting rid of everything fun that we hold true and dear to our hearts. So, I don't think I have to justify any of my points.
That's why it's a debate.
Warning? Is sneezing a warning? Absolutely it is. Does it, should we get rid of tradition? Absolutely not. Acknowledging people's, sneezes, it's good for their emotional health. We just want to make the world go around. Well, I want to make the world go around. I want it to be brighter every day. You know Phil's view in this podcast. You know he's like a cynical little shit. Right? You know he just sees darkness.
Little? I mean,
don't
time.
See that. I don't see that. I just see a world that needs a little bit of acknowledgement. Will you acknowledge with me? A vote for Owen is a vote for health.
All right, now time. I got it wrong before, sorry. All right, well, I think we've both said everything that needs to be said, and that you will be able to... I'm not accepting any votes on the Facebook page. It's YouTube and YouTube only, since Master Debater is my domain now. Check through the comments, see if somebody's already voted up against saying God bless you. and then vote that up. Let's see. What do we have next? I'm in the mood for
Role
a
play.
little role playing. Yeah. Do you want to hear some of the things people sent in?
Why so much hatred on this?
What? I didn't say. That was my ooh.
Isn't it tradition to look at the emails?
Yes. Well, again, I have
Why don't we get rid of that tradition?
segregated the different parts of the emails, which is the whole
See,
reason.
that's segregation and tradition. That's it.
Evan S. Roleplay. Well, we're not going to do this. Roleplay. Both of you are 12-year-old boys, and you live next to a strip club. Well, you both get the idea to see what is inside the place, not knowing what a strip club is, and decide to sneak in through the back unnoticed. I would roleplay both of us being little kids that do that. We have to sneak past the bouncer somehow, and we have no idea. We want to see titties, but, like you stand on my shoulders or some shit. No. Or the masturbator topic is parents should let 13-year-old children play Call of Duty. All right, no. That seems awfully specific. We're not doing your argument for you. Role play it and then play it for your parents just so you can play Call of Duty? No. Oh, he does mention he's been with you since you had 200 subscribers. Not gonna help. Monique. She's got a saucy one. This is 9/11, but instead of having terrorists flying planes into the Twin Towers, it's abnormally large.
We're just two giant maracas.
It's abnormally large flying squirrels. Phil is...
Allah, not bad.
Phil is in one of the towers while Owen is standing on the sidewalk. Oh, real nice, Monique.
Yeah, Monique.
And we're talking to each other on cell phones when the two squirrels hit the tower. Oh, too soon, Monique. Her other one, Phil's a high school girl who's writing in her diary, which is Owen. You're my diary. I'm complaining about the stupidest things while Owen can speak and usually make spiteful remarks on whatever Phil is writing. For example, Phil wrote down, "Gosh, how come Randy never notices me?" Owen replies, "Well, if you had any kind of flesh sprouting from the flat board you call a chest, plenty of guys would be looking at you again." Very specific.
Yeah. There's something going on there that you want to talk about?
Monique.
We're here for you.
Yeah. It doesn't matter
It's okay.
if you're as flat as a board or if somebody can toboggan down your cleavage. It doesn't matter. Have you
There's a
douched?
fetish for everything.
Have you douched? Are there worms coming out of your butt? Or do you have a mouthful of ticks?
As long as you're breathing, you're doing fine.
Rachel says... Actually, I'm kind of liking the diary idea. Rachel sent in...
I don't think I could be ever that cutting.
Huh?
I don't think I could ever be that cutting because that was just fantastic.
I want to do it simply because I'm slightly misogynistic and could just say a whole bunch of generic things that I think chicks would write in their diary. So maybe I will stay away from it. Rachel sends in a stray dog male and his love, a pure breed show cat girl. Okay. You guys choose who has to be who. The cat's owners keep trying to get rid of the dog by calling the pound and stuff, and the dog and cat end up hatching plans to get to take out the owners, take their money, and go on a long honeymoon in the islands.
Woof.
Meow. Meow, meow.
You're a couple of hamsters at a pet store. Ooh, bad form, Rachel. I know you apologized, or sympathized. You and Moby Dick. You're a couple of hamsters at a pet store trying to get adopted by the nice people, but you keep ending up getting attention from crazy little girls and freaky teenagers talking about strapping you to rockets and firecrackers and such. Yeesh.
I wonder how many of these suggestions are actually personal experiences.
I'm starting to feel a little towards the side that they're very specific and in people's diaries. Would you like to be my diary on? And make criticisms and witticisms as I write in. I can even do this. Dear diary.
But I could do that too.
know. Or I can do the Doogie Howser.
Dear Diary.
All right.
I want to be the one writing in.
Ugh. All right, how about we do one each?
How about now?
How about you let me have a go at that there lateral thinking? Phil said final answer.
Why does Phil have to be a
No one can write that fast.
cock?
Dear Diary, how does Owen even think? Period. All right.
Dear
All right, you're the diary.
Diary.
And then I'll be the diary. Come on.
Why
Come on.
does nobody take me
Owen,
serious?
you're a diary and I'm a little girl.
Lee.
I think you'd be jumping at this.
All right, you sticking me up your vagina?
All right. It's not that kind of book. All right. Dear Diary, today I got my first period. I am truly a woman. I am truly a woman now. I hope that it will mean my dad won't want to touch me there anymore. Day 2. Dear Diary. I thought you would chime in. My bad. Turns out I was wrong. Come on. All right. I'll be the diary. No, you're probably more in touch with what little girls are writing in diaries.
No, go on. Go on.
All right. Let me start over. Dear Diary, why does Janie always have to say that ponytails are stupid and my ponytail is the stupidest? Day 2. Fuck that little whore. She's dead to me. And her parents, because I killed her.
I'm sorry, I know this is supposed to be a role play, but this has been like my biggest fantasy for God knows how long. You don't know how long I've just waited to hear you role play as a little girl pretending to write into a diary. It's like getting into the inner mind of a serial killer.
My pen actually ran out. Oh, well, I don't even need to use it. I'll just use the other end. You can't tell. Dear Diary, why doesn't Joey like me? When we played Spin the Bottle,
Because your funky, smelly discharge from your vagina, you smelly bitch. I've never seen you take a wash before.
Why does my diary sound like a brain-damaged Londoner? Sorry, Rachel, this isn't working for obvious reasons.
We're losing it. Quick, let's go into the new feature. Go. My new feature is Phil Explains Advanced Theories. Da-da-da-da-ba. Welcome to the Science Edition, Phil. You've been studying all week about string theory. Can you please tell us, in layman's term, what string theory is for the people?
Well, string theory, mainly put forward by cats, is how to get the string that is taped to the ceiling. They can jump, they can swat at it, but they can't quite grasp it. No, String theory is actually an active research framework in particle physics that attempts to reconcile quantum mechanics and general relativity. It is a contender for a theory of everything, sometimes referred to by the acronym as TOE, a self-contained mathematical model that describes all fundamental forces and forms of matter. String theory posits that the elementary particles, such as electrons and quarks, within an atom are not zero-dimensional objects, but rather one-dimensional oscillating lines, or strings. Sorry, I'm obviously reading from Wikipedia.
I thought as you were doing the cats thing, you were quickly jotting it down. And that was Phil Explains Advanced Scientific Theories.
All right. Next week, tune in when Owen describes what the F theory is. We got an
It's this podcast.
F your theory. We got an email from John F. Kennedy.
Is he still around?
Yeah. Well, technically, the email name was Election for JFK Cracker. But it was signed John F. Kennedy. Hello, my fellow Americans. I was just writing to compliment your show. Jackie just loves it. I thought it would be nice if you could endorse me for election in 2016. I can pay you in more ways than one. In parentheses, anal and or oral. Thank you for reading, and if you don't endorse me, I will fucking rape all the things you love. God bless you, and God bless America.
You heard it here first. JF Kennedy is rerunning for presidency. How many terms did he serve? Was it just one?
Yes, just one.
Well, then he can get his second term. Let's make it happen, people. Let's make it happen.
Brains.
Your braids were splashing
I know.
all
I
over
was
the
trying to
place.
think of how to make that a quick joke, but well.
Just look at your penis.
That's a multi-part joke. That's a knock-knock joke. No, that's a.
It's a quick joke.
Yeah. Viewer mail, Monique. Hey guys, I'm glad you two did a 2 hours long wave of absurdity. Well, guess what? Guess you're getting another one of those. After such a long period of time of not uploading a new one. It was really amusing to watch. I assume she means listen to. Oh, no, wait. Unfortunately, I had to watch it with the webpage being minimized in case my mom walked in. Would want her to see all those random penises coming out of Owen's head and nose. She never walked in anyway, so I worried for nothing. I gotta say, it was pretty hilarious when Owen started to make fun of Phil for his accents. I think it's pretty bad that I busted out laughing when Phil said, "Your hamster's dead." You guys are awesome, and I can't wait to watch the next podcast and the poker game. It'll be entertaining, I'm certain. You were certainly correct. Well, thank you, Monique. Always nice to hear some kind words. Rachel.
If only there were kind words about me. Yep. It's always slander this, button that, Owen. Stick your finger up there and
wiggle those
on
worms.
This discharge.
Rachel says she's loving season 2 and really hoping that we keep with it because it's really cool that we did a charity event. You guys are really entertaining. I'm going to try not to miss a show. I hope to eventually get a decent computer headset and mouse, and maybe I can join in on one of Owen's fan games. Wishing you guys luck and health.
That's like a grandma trying to be cool. I'm going to play one of those.
The Pokemons?
The Owen games.
Well, that's
You
nice.
don't need a good mouse to play poker?
Maybe we should eliminate viewer mail where Owen insults people that have taken the time to write in.
Fuck you, Rachel.
That is bass clarinet chick, by the way.
Don't I defend her? I don't care.
She also sent in some news.
I'm sorry.
I homed in on women mauled to death by lion in Zimbabwe during sex.
With the lion?
No. Her and some dude were fucking in the bushes, and then a lion came and ruined
With
everything.
the lion?
There was a dude running around the streets, but nobody called the police or the authorities because he was just wearing a condom. And they're like, fuck that. Kept driving. What would you do if you're banging some chick in the scrub and the lion comes? I assume your initial, and the lion comes. You wipe it up. I'm assuming your initial response would be to throw the woman at the lion so you could get away.
Yes, it is probably to roll over and let her bare back blunt the claws of the lion.
You're the one doing the fucking? You chump. Sorry. Chris F. says, hey guys, it's been a while since our erotic superhero question back in Season 1. It has. With Season 2 of The Wave now out and about, I'm going to start emailing you every week. Uh-oh. That sounds like a threat, Owen.
Did he email? When was the last time he sent an email? Was it just that one? Because he hasn't emailed in every week.
Lying little
Got
shit.
more spam. You guys are hilarious, and I love your podcast.
Hilarious.
Here's a bit of interesting news for you. I looked at it. It was how zombie worms have sex in whale bones. It's very technical, and it wasn't as erotic as I had hoped. But
How erotic did you imagine zombie worms in whale bones
I thought
to
it could be slightly erotic. Anyway, he saw it and thought, perfect for the wave of absurdity. Love you guys.
That's pretty absurd.
It is. Nick O,
Before we continue, my friends arrived at my house.
That's going to be awkward.
Give me 5 minutes.
I will read an email from Nick Oleski.
Oh, Nick O. Don't say their full name.
Nick
Oh,
O.
editing.
Editing. I'm not allowed to read the surname.
Good.
Oh, it's from Nick.
Hey.
Hey, an email from Nick. Here we go. Here, I'll go with Phil's answers if that's still a valid option.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are awesome. Love the podcast. I've been a constant listener but never really participated. And I'm just going to say this because we're all thinking it. What?
Yeah.
You
don't
have to
know
majorly
acronyms.
edit this stuff.
Shut the fuck up, fat boy.
I don't say those sort of things. STFU, fat boy.
Oh.
Sorry, JS. And just let you know, guys, last episode, my dad walked past my computer and said, why are there dongs on that man's face? And I'm like, these guys are trying to start a nudist movement and make this podcast, I can't even read, to try and support it. And he's like, oh, but why? And I'm like, well, they're both homosexuals, so they're kind of obsessed.
Oh.
So next time, try and replace them with tubers or something before my mum passes by. Yeah, you have to redo that totally.
Well done.
Bravo.
Well done.
Bravo.
Neil, everybody.
Bravo.
Neil, well done.
That's good reading, isn't it?
That's
Better than
Reading.
It's a form of reading. I wouldn't say
Reading.
it was
That's
particularly.
Don't worry.
letters and words together.
when you listen to Owen,
Yeah.
you'll realize that you did
wasn't
just
very
fine.
Audible, but
Brilliant, thank you. Well, I must go.
Take care.
it's been a pleasure. You're the first guest
The pleasure
on
has
Wave
been all
of
yours.
Absurdity.
Thank you.
Very
Yes,
weird.
thank you.
Very weird
re-
stuff.
We'll fade you out now.
See you later.
See ya. Take it easy. Thanks. Well, that was nice of Owen to put his friend under the spotlight for everybody. Oh, just popping by. Could be a drug dealer, I think.
Coming back.
Yay.
Coming back. All right, I'm back.
All right. Nico also sent in this little news article about the poker player Greg Raymer busted in prostitution sting. Was going to skip it by, but just listen to the puns in this. Known as Fossil Man, the veteran player may have known when to hold 'em, but not when to fold 'em, as he responds to an ad about prostitutes posted by cops in Wake Forest, North Carolina. He received a misdemeanor prostitution charge. Clearly, he wasn't happy with his hand.
I get it. They
yeah.
read the poker hand, but they're talking about his literal hand for masturbation.
So, yeah, he responded to a website thing. But when the card shark arrived at the motel, the sex queen he was allegedly hoping to go all in with turned out to be a joker in a police uniform, and the officer wasn't bluffing. Rayner sported a poker face in his mugshot and was charged with a misdemeanor prostitution charge. This being the Bible Belt, Raymer was also charged with attempted crimes against nature. Jesus Christ. It was just
Is that even a thing?
maybe against dogs or trees or some shit, but
You don't fuck up a tree, son. That's a crime against nature.
well, And then some more.
You should have seen my friend when he was reading that email. He was like so nervous. He was just swinging in the chair left and right, just holding his hands like an abused schoolgirl. Just, please, let this be over soon.
Well, probably because he knows of your immense experience with abducted schoolgirls and shit. Sorry. My milk's getting warm. Also, I fucked up, man.
What did you do this
Well, I
time?
didn't fuck up, but because I wanted to have everything here, and I didn't want to let the milk sit out here. I poured the milk into the bowl, brought the bowl in here, and the Cheerios. So now I'm gonna have to pour the Cheerios into the milk, as opposed to pouring the Cheerios in the bowl, and then the milk on top of the Cheerios, which, as anybody would not debate against, is the proper way to do it. Cereal, then milk, not milk, then cereal. Could we debate this later on? Not today. Nikita.
I used to do it that way. Anyway,
I think we should wrap up. Thank you to everybody that sent in emails. We appreciate it.
it's been a fun. I hope you've learned a lot on this science-filled episode of Wave of Absurdity. Not yet,
I
because
thought you were sneezing, trying to bait me. Excuse you.
because it's time for that feature that everybody loves. Mamma mia! That's a nice mouthful.
So why do you gotta say nice? It doesn't. Mamma mia, that's a mouthful. Somebody even says that in the email. I'm sorry.
I will never. I will never change my saying of that, and I will never. People keep correcting me about because I misspelled episode on Wave of Absurdity,
Oh yes, and then
and
you're
I'm keeping it that way.
ironically keeping it that way. Oh yes, clever girl.
Damn right I am.
Sorry.
Not a girl.
I have a box of wheat Cheerios. I hope that's coming through.
I should probably change it for the analytics. Not the analytics.
Huh?
The search. Oh, who cares?
Search. What are you talking about?
You know when people search for episodes if they misspell it?
Right.
It's probably a bad idea.
Still crunchy. The first flavor to be introduced, Cheerio-wise, honey nut Cheerios. Some of the other flavors, frosted, yogurt burst Cheerios, yeah, banana nut Cheerios, yeah, and multigrain peanut butter Cheerios. The first mascot, Cheerio Leary, appeared in 1942 when the cereal was still called Cheerios. But they had to change the name because of some copyright shit with General Oats or something. They're good. It was released in 1941. Did I say that? And for some reason, it's a fact that when children are ready to start eating small, solid foods, Cheerios is generally what people go to first. No sense in not drinking this milk. Still has some Cheerios in it. Do you eat Cheerios, Owen?
No.
You don't take in much wheat and fiber, do you?
Actually, I have all bran and porridge, motherfucker.
I'm just going to eat a couple of spoonfuls without milk for that truly crunchy sensation. Oh, not bad. I don't picture you as a breakfast kind of guy.
Oh no, I have my porridge, and
Oh, fuck.
sometimes I change it up. I have porridge. Some days I have all bran. Some days I have some toast.
Do you eat 3 meals a day?
That I do.
Do you try to space them
That I
apart
do.
properly? Sorry.
Yes, I do, and I have some snackage in between. But I haven't eaten all day today, actually. So
Foolish.
it is. It is.
All right. Sorry, there weren't too many facts about Cheerios. They've been 70th anniversary, 2011.
That would have been relevant 2 years ago.
Sorry, not much going on there. All right. Well, are we missing anything? Oh, are you seriously gonna let them hang on the friggin' contest? My little joke you're gonna take seriously? I kept going on with it and didn't make a stink because I assumed you were gonna be the, pardon me, the savior.
A man buys rice at $1 a pound from American growers and then sells them at 5 pence a pound in India. As a result of this, he becomes a millionaire. How come?
Because of monetary conversions? Seems like a very obvious answer that I don't want to say.
You have unlimited questions.
Oh, whoa! How does he do it?
That could be answered with yes or no.
Does it have to do with monetary conversion?
No.
Does it have to do with rice specifically?
No.
He buys them in America. Repeat, please.
A man buys rice at $1 a pound from American growers and then sells them at 5 cents a pound in India.
now it's cents.
As a result,
You said pence before.
well, it's pence, cents, same thing. As a result of this, he becomes a millionaire. How come?
Did he do it for a really long time? If.
No.
Wait, sorry. All right. I didn't realize the conundrum at first. He's buying them for $1 and selling them for less. How is he making money is the question, essentially.
As a result of this, he becomes a millionaire. How come?
All right. So you said it doesn't have anything to do with currency rates. Does it have anything to do with the currencies specifically listed in the question?
No.
So it could have been any values.
Mm-hmm.
So it has more to do with him selling in India. Yes.
Yes.
Does it matter that he bought it? Is it relevant that he bought it from America as well?
Yes. Sort of.
All right. And they don't state where he's from. I'm missing something big here. Not for $1. Gets mere pennies for them. Is he, what, selling them by the grain in India?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Read it one more time, and then I'll figure it out.
A man buys rice at $1 a pound from American growers and then sells them at 5 cents a pound in India. As a result of this, he becomes a millionaire. How come?
Oh, I don't know shit about India. And apparently that's relevant. Oh, boy.
It's not really
All right,
relevant.
all right. It's
The only
that it's
relevant
not
is the man.
The man. All right.
It's just the man.
Is the man also from India? Or yes, no, or irrelevant could be the viable answers.
No, it's irrelevant.
Is it merely because... Oh, no. He's not buying it with his money?
No, he is.
Oh, Christ. I don't even know what questions to ask. Is he operating alone? Says
Yes.
where he's from is is the rice altered in any way?
No.
So he buys the rice. When he buys the rice from America, is he in America?
Irrelevant.
Alright. When he buys the rice for $1 a pound, does it go right to India afterwards? Like he buys it $1 per pound and then
It's-
immediately goes
yes.
and sells it. All right, so it has to do with India when it gets there.
No.
No. Something to do with it before it gets to India?
No.
It's just 5 cents a pound.
Yes.
I'm flummoxed. Sorry, folks. He... Does the amount of rice have any bearing? Like buying in bulk?
Yes.
Alright, but it's already listed $1 a pound. Then... Free shipping. Is it?
No.
When he sells it, does it have to do with the rice being used as some sort of feed for animals?
No.
Right.
Don't think of anything. Just think of the man. Forget India, forget America.
Oh, man.
This is the part where Phil starts thinking.
Sorry. All right. And it's... The wording is simple. He buys it $1 a pound from America. And then 5 cents a pound in India. Apparently none of that's relevant in as much as the man is.
Yes.
Well, what the hell is the man doing? $1 a pound, and how does he become a millionaire? I'm sorry. I just don't know.
Okay. Your answer, please.
The man's a wizard. I time zones, I don't know.
Time zone.
I'm curious to hear the answer.
The man is a philanthropist who bought great quantities of rice to sell to poor people at prices they could afford. He started out as a billionaire, but lost so much money as good works that he became a millionaire.
Classic lateral thinking.
Well,
We'll see what happens next time.
even when I offer him unlimited questions,
I never would have gone down that route. Sorry, people. This is tough. This is tough.
I gave him a fair chance.
Well, can't argue with that. It's just rough stuff. All right.
Well, on that
Yeah, I
note,
know. Sorry about that. Wait. I think I missed something. Let's just... I will read Matt K's real fast. A Fat Boy. Sorry, Matt K. Fat Boy, my friend, she's a girl. I know, oh, and so fun. While her mother bought a new computer and didn't gosh darn it ask for my help. I tried to fix her old one, and I kinda did. Well, a connection cable.
Kinda.
A connection cable was broken, so they went and got a new computer. Well, that's certainly a feasible repair option. I don't even know Owen. Well, you sort of do. Sorry, this email's a mess. Well, now she wants me to install Windows 7 on that bad boy. Her mom got it from a friend, and it has Windows XP. Enough of me. I went to Latvia with my school. That's not enough of you. That's you going on again about you, fat boy. We went to a water park. It was fun. Owen should have been there. Well, Owen, why don't you tell him a little surprise about where you were?
I was at a Latvian water park. I was actually a lifeguard.
I can't picture you guarding lives. I can't picture you caring.
Way to be an asshole.
It's the wave of absurdity. Science edition. Thanks for springing that on me.
So, let's quickly recap what everybody has learned in this science edition. They've learnt about relativity.
String theory.
They've learnt about string theory. They've learnt about
The
the
Rodentinator.
speed of pain. They've learned about the Rodinator. They've learned all sorts of things. So you can go away from this podcast more enlightened than to which you entered. My name's been Owen. and good night.
Take care, everybody. Don't forget to email Owen if you were part of his team.
Quick! Roleplay! We're two Jews that are paper, and we're about to be hole punched by the Nazi regime. Go!
Oh. Feel my smoothness. Unperforated, unaltered, unwritten on 8x11 glossy cardstock. Touch me. Go ahead. Touch me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice, huh?
That's
That's
smooth.
am ready to be... You're looking pretty good. I think we're ready to be put inside some laminated paper. Preserved, maybe on a bulletin board. What do you think?
What? That's high aspirations, man. Usually we're just on somebody's
I
desk.
know. Or
but
like those chumps in the friggin' copier. God, I'd hate that.
just stockpiled on each other. That is horrific. But yeah,
All right, stop
Really
stop
smooth,
rubbing
man.
now. All right, I asked you to rub the first time. I didn't ask the second time. Oh shit! Here comes that jerkwad that's in charge of stationery.
I am Adolf Stapler. And I've come to hold you together, Jews.
Wait, I thought it was a hole puncher.
well, he's part of the stationery.
And I am the staple remover, here to defend you. Jump, 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 jump.
I am Adolf Hole Puncher. Yeah.
I am Winston Church Staple Remover Hill. I think I have it.
I've come to hole punch you dirty Jews.
That's the staple remover, in case you can't tell what that noise is. Not too many people have these.
Oh, forget
I'm
it.
sorry.
We're done.
I went
Just
into
forget it.
the prop mode too much. I'm sorry. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy Easter.
I'm stopping my recording.
Wave of absurdity at hotmail.com. I already stopped mine 3 hours ago.